First affirmation, and then meditate, and then that'd be day 1. I hope this makes sense. And then the second affirmation can be day 2, and I need to meditate on it, etc., etc. But I don't stop there. I've developed a creative way to make sure I remind myself of my affirmations by placing sticky notes everywhere. I love sticky notes. I put them in various places. For example, my bathroom mirror. Actually, to be honest, it's written in the corner of back of my bathroom mirror because for some reason I have a tendency to look there and then look at my stuff. I don't know. I'm just weird. I'll be honest. Hell. And then I also stick my affirmations in my journals and in my agenda book and anything that I really go to every single day. And, it's just for me to remember my positive affirmations and to focus on them. Number 5, practice gratitude. I know I'm a broken record when it comes to exercise and gratitude, but I really mean it, guys. Before you get up in the morning, get your journal, get a notepad, get whatever you can write on, and write down the 3 things you're grateful for. It will help you gain a positive mind frame before you even start your day, and who doesn't want that? I do. And then number 6, have meaning. This is going to go into talking about goals, which we'll probably discuss more tomorrow. But have meaning. Ask yourself why. Why are you pursuing a certain goal, like losing weight? Motivation provides you energy, and your energy needs to be focused somewhere. If not, then your goal is going to be too vague. Asking yourself why, and then when you answer it, ask yourself why again. It gives yourself that energy and it provides that focus. Without meaning, there's no direction. Your meaning should contribute value to either something or someone that matters to you, so you are able to keep moving forward, not necessarily in large amounts. And then learn to celebrate these small amounts of progress you've achieved. Number 7, find your purpose, which we will actually be talking about in a course I will be creating online here soon, which is Discovering Your Life Purpose. Write down the things in your life that gives you meaning. Include a list of some things that will help you push forward in life. Does the things, the ones meant to push you forward, help you currently by making progress towards that purpose you've written down? If so, you're on the right track. But don't be discouraged if you suddenly come to the realization that you're off track a bit. Like I said, I'm going to be developing a course on discovering your life purpose, and I hope you join me on my website when it shows up. So, now we get to dive into the T-bone steak. Here we go. So, relationships. Ooh, I hope it doesn't scare you away, because we're just going to be talking about communicating effectively today. And we've all been there. Where exactly? Well, that point in a relationship where communication can turn into a disagreement. Sometimes a consistent one. Sometimes getting bad enough that you and your partner decide to split ways. And then we all know at least one couple where it's obvious they communicate well. Like your grandparents. They've been together for a long time, right? So you might see them and think, well, how can I start communicating well? I'm going to help you. Of course, it all starts with your approach to your partner. And by approach, I mean tone, body language, and how you express the way you are feeling. It sets the stage where you're going to have either a disagreement or an agreement. And then when it ends, hopefully with an agreement, you can come up with a compromise where neither one of you sacrifice anything but come up with a verbal solution. Doesn't that sound great? So what are we communicating in our relationships? Well, we are typically communicating our feelings. But in learning how to communicate effectively, we must come to the realization that relationship challenges are not the problem, but they are the solution. And I say this because it means that if you have the right mindset, you can grow in your relationship together and individually. So typically, there are two mindsets, and sometimes people only have one of these two mindsets, and sometimes they can even change. They are called a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is a belief that you, your partner, and your relationship can change. A fixed mindset is a belief that you, your partner, and your relationship can't change at all. Your mindset can have effect on your relationship in three ways. One, your characteristics are fixed, and there is little you can do to change it. Two, your partner's characteristics are fixed, and they can't be changed. Or three, your relationship characteristics. Both people and your relationship can change if you have a growth mindset, but both have to believe it and want it too. People with a growth mindset believe each person brings different realities into the relationship, and that they both can grow as individuals, and the relationship itself is capable of growing and changing. Usually, people believe that relationships are not able to change or grow if they have a fixed mindset. Of course, they can go from having a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. They don't seek to improve, and they don't believe they can change. Ask yourself these three questions to see if you have a fixed mindset. 1. Do you believe that there's the one that completes you? 2. Do you believe that when you find the right person, it'll be happily ever after? 3. Do you think your partner was the one, but because of relationship challenges, now you're not quite sure? 4. Do you believe you and your partner should say, accept me as I am and don't ask me to change? Well, when you ask or your partner asks you to change or work on something, do you feel like your partner is being unreasonable? If you've said yes to these questions, then it does mean you have a fixed mindset. It's okay though, like I said, you can change. Fixed mindsets believe there is something wrong. There's always someone to blame and they want to know who it is. And it's either you or them that's the bad person. And they also may even believe that you're no longer compatible. Well, the truth is that there are some people that are more compatible than others with you, but they won't complete you or be perfect. At one point in time, you were both compatible, but one of the two things happened. 1, you got wrapped up in the emotional high of the love experience, or 2, you thought the relationship was going to be all butterflies and rainbows, and it wasn't. In this case, it wasn't the relationship, it was the expectations. You do need to accept each other and love each other unconditionally. But acceptance alone can't create a happy, healthy, loving relationship. Without growth in both individuals alone and as a couple, the light in both the individuals and the relationship will die. True acceptance is accepting where you are at, where your partner's at, and accepting there's room for improvement. Being asked to change something is actually a good thing. It means that your partner cares enough to address his or her concerns with you, even if that means getting a negative reaction, getting rejected, or causing a conflict. People in happy, healthy relationships recognize the need for growth. They know that their deepest rewards and most meaningful aspects of the relationship will require a growth mindset, which means effort, work, commitment, and a willingness to get through things when things are hard. They don't expect a relationship to be perfect or easy. Relationship problems can be turned into an opportunity for individual and relationship growth. And understanding that your success and fulfillment depends on your willingness to change and develop as an individual. So, how do you open your communication? Well, let me tell you this. Two people can live together, even raise children, and say they're in a relationship, but have more of a business relationship because they don't grow deeper as individuals or together. And these relationships, they go stale, they burn out, they both reveal their dissatisfaction, they leave, or even have an affair. And it happens because they don't really know each other. So my question to you is, do you really know your partner? Communication is important in order to avoid building up all of that. Otherwise, one can end up with built up unfinished business, and it can eventually explode or keep a couple stagnant. Did you know that 70% of arguments can be avoided just by recognizing that problems do not necessarily need to be solved, they just need to be aired out? Communication serves two main purposes. One, to communicate your thoughts and feelings to the other person, and two, to use reflective listening skills to understand another person. Be clear, kind, and deliberate when communicating. Communication can save you a ton of stress and pain by avoiding unnecessary conflict. Tomorrow we will continue this discussion about communication. I'll be sharing with you 2 take-home worksheets, and I'll be attaching them on the podcast navigation. Okay, so navigation, podcast, Stay Positive podcast, scroll down, and you'll find the worksheets I'm talking about. Once again, that website was www.southerngalsbliss.site. I only have a minute and 15 seconds, here we go, to let you all know that I appreciate you all being here. And I hope you have a positive, healthy, mindful day and stay that way. I hope to be seeing you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, with no episode disturbance via my internet connection. And I hope you follow me on my other channels. And maybe one day I will even see you as a client. Anyways, stay positive, stay healthy, stay mindful, and God bless.